Hello, this is Spiritually Awakened Princess, and I am doing a Tarotscope for Taurus in February 2018. I'm going to pull out 2 to 3 cards each category. And on top of that, I recommend that you guys watch my Valentine's Day February videos if you haven't already. So let's start with the first category. I have about 6 categories to go through, so sit down, get some popcorn or a snack or something. It's going to be at least like a video that's about 20 to 25 minutes long, who knows. All right, work and career, Taurus, February 2018, work and career, Taurus. 5 of air. And that's for work and career, guys. When it comes to work and career, 5 of air, which is 5 of swords, it's going to be a hard-fought battle in February. You're going to be going through some obstacles, not some literal obstacles, but definitely some mental and emotional, obstacles when it comes to your job sector. Okay? Your boss might be testing you, or you might have some new things to do or added extra things to do within your job sector, that you might have some issues with, and you might run into some problems. But you're gonna get through it. You'll get through it, okay? Let's see, what else? Taurus, work and career. Taurus, work and career, February 2018. 4 of air. Now, 4 of air, there might be a cause for you might even have a party at your job, or you might have to take some vacation off because there's something celebratory happening in February. Okay? We all know that Valentine's Day is coming up in February and all that stuff, and that could be a reason why you might want to get off of work early, or take a couple days off, what have you. Or there might be some sort of party or event that you want to go to that may cause you to kind of make your decisions as far as taking some time off of work. And it might be the best for you because you're going to be stressed out from it anyway. You'll be stressed out from work anyway. And this card actually fell out. This card fell out. So I have a feeling that some of you guys might have an issue with work in general because work may not give you this time off. Or there might be something that comes up where you have to fill in some hours around the days that you're supposed to take off, or supposed to have a little time, with you and a partner, or just overall just don't want to be around work on those days anyway. So the reason why I said there's some sort of problem, because the 5 of Cups is kind of like a crying over spilled milk. That's what they call it. Or making things like out of proportion or bigger than they already are, okay? Or making the small things into a big situation. So they might say oh, well, can you just stay here for a couple more hours, and then you might have something already set up, but yeah, they still want you to stay. That's an example, okay? And on top of that, I feel like the 2 5s here are kind of symbolism there. It's like a 4 here and then 2 5s. That's interesting. And you might also be just overall complaining about how much work you have to like get through before even thinking about having some time off, first of all, in February. Let's move on to the money and finances. Let's see what's going on with your monies. Yes, I said monies. Now, Taurus, money and finances, February 2018. Taurus, money and finances, February 2018. Queen of Water. So this may be the approach that you're taking with your finances, okay? Usually Queen of Water is like a Scorpio, a Cancer, Pisces, but in your case, you would be the earth, not so much water, okay? You might be taking a intuition approach or an emotional approach with your money in February. And this might be due to Valentine's Day, or it just might be due because you're still having some sort of struggle with finances in general, okay? So an emotional approach would be like, okay, well, I still have to pay for bills, and then you're freaking out about it, and even though you might have a little bit of money on the side, you still want money on the side to go to what you want to do and have fun, okay? Will that happen for you? Let's see what the other cards say. Money, finances, Taurus. February 2018. Money, February 2018. King of Earth. So it's interesting. King of Earth came out, which is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And then below it is the Queen of Water. Now, I'm just saying that for some of you, you might be dealing with somebody that's a water sign. Okay? Which I already mentioned, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And they might be dealing with your money in the first place. Or you might be spending your money on somebody of that sign, okay? Or it might be vice versa. You might be embodying these two when it comes to your money and finances. It might be an emotional base, and on top of that, I wouldn't say emotional and grounded, because if you're emotional, then you might not be so grounded. So it could be emotional and practical. Okay, emotional and stuck in the mud, stagnant. Okay, so you might make an emotional decision with your money, and then you're gonna keep your decision. You're not going to, let's say for an example, like a King of Air would probably switch with the wind, but in your case, you're gonna make that decision and then stick with it whenever, or like whatever it is with your money. Okay. We haven't gotten to the romance stuff yet, so I feel like this is very much the embodiment of you guys. Ace of Earth. Okay, so even though you're taking that emotional stance and maybe even a stagnant stance with money, there's going to be more money, or finding a new way to make money coming soon, okay? There's going to be a way for you to make some more money because you have the Ace of Pentacles here, Ace of Earth. It might be a new project. And that's probably why the work and career came out like that first, because of the Five of Air. You could be working at a new project at work that could bring in some more money for you. And you might have to stay some extra hours or what have you. Okay, let's move on to family. What's going on in family? Taurus. February 2018. What's going on in family? Taurus. February 2018. Messenger of air. That's been coming out a little bit. With the messenger of air, that's someone that's kind of like erratic, says something and doesn't really take it back. They're not very apologetic about it. And, you know, some of the things that they say are truthful. Probably most of the things. And then on top of that, you know, we all know that sometimes the truth hurts. But yet they're, you know, this month you guys are not going to be very apologetic about a lot of things, especially with family. When it comes to family, that's the way you're going to be, and that's probably the way they're going to be towards you, okay? Just saying things and kind of like, you know, and it's going to happen quickly, okay? Messenger of air is like, things happen in a quick manner. Now, is it going to hurt your feelings? We'll see. Taurus, family. What's happening in family? February 18th. Okay. Now, the Nine of Earth came up. Nine of Pentacles. So, there might be some talks about luxury items. You guys might be, you know, I wouldn't say arguing about luxury items, but talking about them. And some of the comments back and forth might be somewhat negative, and like, you know, somebody's like, oh, you don't need this item because this and this and this. I really need this and whatever. And it seems like maybe for those that have like brothers and sisters, or maybe just somebody that does what wants your items, or vice versa, then it's going to be kind of a struggle. Okay, let's see if there might be mending of the minds. Taurus. Yeah, okay. So, even though this might be happening, it's still a very optimistic sign. The stars here. The star is always optimistic, always counting their blessings, always hopeful, and things will turn out in the way that they're supposed to turn out, even though the messenger of air has a swift mouth, or should I say a smart mouth? Okay, so either you are going to embody that, or they may embody that, but this is all about you technically, and how, you know, how things are going to go with your family. So more than likely the messenger of air is you. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is friends. Taurus, friends. Taurus. What's going on? Friends. Taurus, friends. February 2018. Three of air. A celebration with friends. Possibly going out with friends in February. Maybe even celebrating, or, you know, going back to that whole job sector and trying to go out somewhere and stuff like that. You guys might be going out as a group, celebrating around Valentine's Day, or just celebrating overall. Maybe when your friends are getting married, or who knows, maybe even you. But here's the thing. Back to the working career, something may, or someone may try to stop that from happening, or put a delay on it, or a delay from you being there on time. So I'm hoping that's not completely attached to it, and maybe you guys are able to go out another day besides around that time, but feeling it may be that. another thing. Ace of Pentacles. So, Ace of Pentacles already came out, and this is the second time. Now, the whole financial situation might be starting with you and your friends, okay? So, you and your friends might be celebrating because of this. You might be, or finding ways to make some new money, or starting a business of some sort, okay? In February, for those that haven't been really planning anything as of yet, but apparently it's something surrounded by friends. Money and friends. It's a nice combo. Let's see. Friends. Taurus, friends. February. This one's also love, which is the lovers, okay? Now, since this is like in the friend sector, I find this a little weird. It could be love within friendship. Okay. The love within the friendship that you have for each other, okay? You might be in love with one of your friends or end up falling for one of your friends that you either go into business with or you're celebrating with somehow, okay? But for now, I am taking this as like a newfound love for your friends and a newfound respect for the friends. I find this card interesting because she's like right next to a lion. Is she supposed to be in love with this lion? Anyway, I'm interpreting a little too much on that one. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is romance. Now we're getting to romance. Taurus, what's happening in romance? In February, what's happening in romance? February for Taurus. This came out again. So, sharing your abundance, your luxury items. Just overall sharing something that could be of value to you with your significant other or with someone that you like, okay? But it's something that you very much cherish, okay? You see that lady holding the flower there. So it's something that you either been holding on to or something that you hold of value. Taurus. Romance. What's happening in romance? Queen of Earth. So the King of Earth came out earlier, and now it's the Queen of Earth. Alright, so which is the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and very much a little more of a loving approach to that, but a logical approach. Kind of like taking control of a situation, but not completely. So you want things done within the relationship, but then at the same time, you're not completely taking control of the relationship and being a control freak, because that's not you. If it was the King of Air, in romance, then yes. But not so much with the Queen of Air. So it's kind of like the lower level of that. It's like the beginnings of like, okay, I want something and I want it this way, but then again, you understand if that cannot work and you can work around it or work with it. Romance, Taurus. February 2018. 2018. Seven of Water. For a lot of you that are single, especially single, you have a lot of choices. You have a lot of choices of single men or women that you want to see, that you feel like, especially around Valentine's Day, that could be of interest for you. Okay, you're very open-minded when it comes to that. You might even be open-minded to meeting someone that is a friend of a friend, or you're keeping your options open for those that are single. Now, for those that are in a relationship, you could be emotionally all over the place right now. Okay? Your emotions might be all over the place, but at the same time, you still have a love for your partner. And you still want to share things with them, but yet it might be, not perfect in paradise, if you know what I mean. So that's why you're still trying to like semi-control the situation, or trying to give some sort of demands a little bit here and there. But at the same time, you still have love for the person that you're with. Last one is self. So what do you think about yourself? Taurus in February 2018. What do you think about yourself? Taurus in February 2018. Okay. Funny. This is actually the Virgo card. The Hermit. A lot of soul searching, a lot of like trying to find out who you are, what's your destiny, what is your journey, your path of what you're supposed to do in life. And you're taking a slow approach with it. You're kind of going through the tunnel with the light and going towards something that is positive, and pretty soon you will find out what your true purpose in this life really is. Let's see what else. Taurus and self. What does Taurus think about yourself in February 2018? Okay, 6 of water. There's also some times where you're going to be very nostalgic about friends and family and how things really used to be back then. Sometimes negative, sometimes positive thoughts, but they're going to be running through your head a lot in February, especially when it comes to romance, because Valentine's Day. So you're going to be having a lot of memories in your head, especially of love, especially that it gives you that emotional reaction that it kind of sticks in your head, and it's probably going to stick in your head for the rest of the month. Are you going to have control over that? Seeing that you are the Hermit, you're still trying to figure out things, and that could very well be attached to your emotional self and your nostalgic self. Another way of looking at it is that maybe you're trying to find yourself again. You know what I mean? Like what you used to do as a child, what you used to like as a child, what TV shows you used to like, what books you used to like, what games you used to like, all this stuff. Like trying to bring that back into your life and slowly searching like who you truly are once again. Okay. Taurus. What is Taurus think about yourself in February 2018? 8 of water. So yeah, you guys are moving on from a situation. It doesn't always have to be love, especially when it's about yourself. It feels like an emotional based situation that's happening here, and you're moving on into the Hermit state. Okay, so but you're still very nostalgic. You're nostalgic, but yet you're moving on from certain things and certain people and trying to upgrade yourself. but at the same time, you're still, you know, you're in the hermit state, as in like you're still doing some soul searching, which is very needed. Okay, hope you like and subscribe. Also comment if you want to. Make sure to check out my other videos, especially the Valentine's Day one if you're checking this one out. And have a good day. Bye.